Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be reviewing Mario Tennis, which was released back in 2000 for the Nintendo 64. Now, this game is basically a tennis-styled game but with Mario characters, and all you do is basically just hit a tennis ball from one player to the next and try and score points, and you basically play as various Mario characters. So you've got the normal characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, and then you've got other characters like Boo, Toad, and for some reason Baby Mario. Because I've played a bit of this game, and one of the characters you can play as is Baby Mario, and that's a bit of a weird person to bring into a tennis game, because Baby Mario has appeared in in Mario Kart, and and now he's in Mario Tennis. I mean, that's strange, bringing a baby to a tennis match against the likes of a giant turtle and a ghost. And yeah, that's kind of baffled me a bit, because when I first saw that you could play as Baby Mario, that kind of threw me off a bit. But I think it's a weird choice to have Baby Mario as a character, as a playable one. And yeah, I think this game is nice. I think it's quite cool. But I think with other games like this, like Smash Bros or Mario Kart, I think the first game is always the sort of the grounding off point for the rest of the series. Where if you look at Smash Bros and Mario Kart, those games for their time when their first games were released, they changed the game and for their kind of genre. But I think with each game that has come out, the better that each game was because if you look at Smash Bros, there was new characters, there was new stages, new items, a lot of new things. With Mario Kart, new stages, again new characters, new karts, and with Mario Tennis, again it's the same thing. You get some new stages, or courts, and you can also do some quite cool stuff. Like for example, in Mario Tennis Aces, every single character has a specific sort of finisher move, kind of, in which you can hit the ball quite hard towards your opponent, and your opponent's racket could have a chance to break, which I think is quite nice. And with Mario Tennis you can't do that, but I think it's with that game, it's a sort of a nice starting off point of where the series has come up until now. And now I'm going to show you some gameplay. Now, like with other Mario Tennis games, each of the characters have their own different types. So you've got characters like Mario, who's sort of the all-rounder type. You've got Peach, who's basically the technique. You've got fast characters like Birdo. You've got powerful characters like Bowser and DK. And then you've got tricky characters like the Flying Koopa Trooper and Boo. So I think that's quite nice, because each character is very different from each other, and I think it's quite nice. I think it's nice to sort of way of having different characters not just be the same as each other, and having putting each character into different types. So just like in regular tennis, you can just choose different rounds and different sets and stuff, and you can also choose if you're playing by yourself, which character you can play against, or if you're with another person, then they can choose their favorite character or something. So for now, let's go with Mario, and you can see with their difficulty, they have different difficulties. So you got the easy one, normal, hard, and intense. So let's go with normal, and also you can choose different tennis courts. So you've got, and they've also got each different stats for when it comes to the ball, and when you're playing against your opponent in tennis. So you've got the normal court, sort of okay court, and various other courts. Only 4 courts. I think it's because I mean, I kind of get where the game's coming from, because, like, you know, I believe this is the first game in the series, and I think each game adds in more stuff. And I think in Mario Tennis Aces, you can fight or play tennis on, I believe, a pirate ship in one level, and as well as a sort of foresty type area court on another level in Mario Tennis Aces. So yeah, the first game isn't going to be a sort of something like that. So, like in tennis, you just basically hit the ball, and if you want to serve, press the A button, or the A button on the Nintendo Switch controller. I think it's the same on the Nintendo 64 controller. Not 100% sure, because I don't have the whole wireless Nintendo 64 controller. Because this is on the Nintendo 64 online system. So yeah, and you can see that I think the ball has their own like power level. I think I'm not 100% sure, which I think indicates how powerful you hit the shot. And I do like the replays. I think the replays are quite nice to show you how the ball are hit, how a particular set or serve is. Yeah. Oh, and you can also get hit by the ball as well. Okay, I think that's the same in Mario Tennis Aces as well. So yeah, but with, like, you know, Mario Tennis Aces and stuff like that, each character has their own like finisher, and I think that's kind of like that in this game, but I think it's not as shown off in this game because of the limitations of, I think, the Nintendo 64. And also, I do like how Mario's playing against me, but you can also see on the right another Mario, but in blue clothes. Yeah, so I think that's quite funny. So yeah, this is quite nice. I think this is a nice sort of like game to play for a bit, for like half an hour, and yeah, I think it's enjoyable, and I think it's like not as good as the other Mario Tennis games. With Mario Tennis Aces, that's a lot more fun and a lot more cool stuff you can do. Like, you can choose like different rackets, I think, and they have like different powers and stuff, like power sets and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's been it for the gameplay. Now it's time to go back to the review. So I think graphic-wise, the game is quite, you know, for its time, good. But I think as time has gone on, the graphic-wise, the game has got better and better, and I think the controls of the game, of how you play the game in future titles, are slightly better, because as I said, you can do a lot more cool stuff in like the future games, like in Mario Tennis Aces, when I told you about how each character has their own sort of finisher type move. And with Mario Tennis, I think that it's a nice, enjoyable sort of spin-off kind of game where you can play with friends or family for like a bit, and you can just, you know, just play against each other and just have a nice time. And yeah, I think overall for its time, I think Mario Tennis is a sort of enjoyable game, and I think it's just one of those games in which you can just waste some time for a bit, for like half an hour or so, I would say, until like you might have like some kind of thing you might have needed to go to or something, and Mario Tennis might be a game that you can just waste some time on until your event or something. I don't know, but that's my opinion, and yes, and yeah, so that's been my review for Mario Tennis. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.